So we'll just get right into this. First, I'll ask you, MaloLi, how have you been?
I've been pretty depressed.
Oh, why is that?
Valentine's Day was not pleasant.
Oh, maybe we'll get into. Actually, no. Let's get into that right now. That'll be a bit of a. We'll get into our sort of brief topics, all right? And that's gonna be our first one. So, what went down on Valentine's Day?
Nothing.
Oh.
I was just alone after someone stole my girlfriend. It was really unfortunate. I almost cried.
Yeah.
Multiple times. I bought some chocolates, and then MaloLi Jr. ate all of them, and yeah, everything just went pretty badly.
Well, at least you and Junior are. You guys are like close, right? You guys are getting along.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely.
All right. Excuse me, and what about are you getting ready for that MeCast tournament?
Oh, buddy, of course.
All right.
It would be my dream to win. When I dreamed I was a child that I would win, and now I could win, and I'm so happy.
Alright, cool. So yeah, that's just a reminder. If you're watching this or listening to this, on my Twitch and my YouTube channel, twitch.tv/DPX_solo and youtube.com/user/DPX solo, whatever it is. On Saturday, not quite sure what time, not good at setting times for things like this, will be the MeCast tournament live. So hope to see you there in that chat. Okay, I guess we'll get into our sort of briefer topics. This happened about like a week or two ago, but MaloLi, did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did watch the Super Bowl. I loved it. I love bowls, and I am super.
All right, and what'd you think of it?
I was happy. Patrick Mahomes, he got sacked a lot, and Tom Brady, he's back.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he wouldn't be back, and then he was like, "Screw you, haters! I'm coming back, baby."
Yeah, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I do watch the Super Bowl every year, and it was enjoyable. I'm not like too big into like these statistics being like, so I'm not qualified to be like this sucked because this happened when this should have happened. Like I'm not qualified to do that, but
oh, I am qualified for everything. I am qualified.
All right.
100%.
All right, reel it in, MaloLi. But yeah. I guess next up will be we'll talk a bit about so there's this one game that looks really cool. It's called Black Myth Wukong. It's like this sort of seems to be like some like action adventure game. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but MaloLi, you've seen the trailer, right?
Of course, yes.
That game's being developed by one guy, I think.
He's me. It's me. That's pretty sick, dude.
Alright, sorry, there's just some noise in the back. I had to pause the recording. Anyways, where were we? Right, Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, it looks really, like, fantastic, and like one guy is working on this, and it looks like it could be. Again, I don't really have many words for it. It's not supposed to come out for like another 2 or 3 years. I don't think it's definitely not coming out this year. I don't even know if it's supposed to come out next year. Like, MaloLi, you've seen the trailer for Black Myth Wukong. What do you think of it?
It looks really cool. I love what I'm seeing so far. It looks like it could be, like Game of the Year material. I like the Monkey Man. Um, I'm sorry, DPX. I had to say it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, everything looks really good. It's really impressive that one guy managed to do that. You know?
Yeah, and that's how good the game looks now. The game's not supposed to be out for like another couple of years. And obviously, like, when a game is shown off, this is normal. This isn't like some scummy thing, alright? But obviously, when a game is shown off, and then it's released, there is a difference in quality, you know? Like, the final release version, even if it's by a little bit, does not ever look as good as, like, the footage shown beforehand. So it's obviously not gonna look as good. But, like, this is how good it looks now. Maybe this is how good it'll look at release, because, like, as time goes on and more footage gets dropped, it'll look better and better. If you get what I mean. Sort of.
Yeah.
So yeah, any final thoughts on Black Myth Wukong?
I don't know. It looks pretty cool, and it looks pretty cool. I can't wait to see all of the gameplay and stuff, you know. And I'm just excited to see more about it, and maybe see more of the Monkey Man, you know?
Yeah. Alright. Now moving on to another smaller topic. We got, alright, so Google Stadia has been sort of in a bunch of shit. That thing was sort of, like, dead on arrival. Like, the idea was cool. Sort of a cloud gaming service. Not too often that has been done. But, like, and if there's any company that could have been able to do something like that, it was probably Google. But they haven't been able to do it, as they launched it very terribly. No exclusives. I think there's at least one. But it could just be one exclusive. Like, 2 years later. And I can't even name you what it is. I can't even name it. So, that's telling. And there is going to be Terraria on Stadia. And, you know, Terraria is a big game. It's on pretty much everything, you know. So it would make sense to be on Stadia. But it got canceled because a bunch of shit going on with Stadia. But it was a very odd cancellation, and the dude who worked on Terraria here, he basically got locked out of everything, all his Google stuff. Like, he can't log into, he can't access his email, he can't access Google, he can't access YouTube, he can't access any of that stuff. And it's probably connected to Terraria's cancellation on fucking Stadia. This is crazy. So MaloLi, you looked at this, right?
What do you mean by looked at? Like, I know what happened.
You looked into this whole situation, because I kind of made a mistake by not quite doing that as much. But don't worry, guys. I looked into a lot of others here, but I do my research, guys. Just didn't hear.
He does.
Fuck. You've looked into this. Well, what are your thoughts on, like, everything that went down with Terraria's fucking weird Stadia cancellation?
I don't really know. It says it's really weird, and I guess, like, the fact that he got, like, locked out of his, like, resources for, like, I think, like, he said, like, a month.
Yeah.
And Google just didn't cooperate with him, so, I mean, that's really, like, a weird way to, I don't really, like, I don't know, I'm just really confused, like, why do you do that as Google? It's just, like, tell him, you know, just be like, yo, homie, the game not happening. Like, don't, like, freaking, like, I don't know. Am I, like, reading this wrong?
I don't know.
Or did they, like...
I think you're reading it right. Like, this has to be fixed. Like, feel bad for this guy. He can't access shit. And, yeah, sucks. But, any final thoughts? Anything else you want to say?
No, that's just kind of messed up, though.
Yeah.
If what I think is true, then that's fooked.
It is, yeah.
Can I curse?
Yeah, you can definitely, you can curse on here.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to curse.
Alright, now moving on to another topic. We got a new Switch game, and by new I mean kind of a port of a Wii U game. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. And I don't want to touch on this one too much. Like, obviously that's why it's in the briefer topics here. But even then, it's sort of just something small. If you look back, this got some controversy. Not too much controversy. It's not like the biggest thing ever, but definitely something I wanted to talk about here. If you look back at IGN's review for Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U, they gave that game... This is like what the controversy is here. Or the backlash. I should probably say backlash, but they gave the game a 9 out of 10. In fact, no, I think they gave the game like a 9.6 out of 10, almost a 10 out of 10. But then, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, they gave the game a...
7. It was a 7.
Yeah, it was like a 7. Was it a 7 or was it a 7 point, like, something?
I think it was just a 7, man.
Yeah, regardless, it was a 7. It was some sort of 7. And people are mad. Obviously, that is definitely inconsistent, and, you know, this is definitely the best way to play Super Mario 3D World, not the Wii U version. But here's the thing, that review for Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U, like, that game came out in, like, what, 2013, I think? That review was from 2013. Now this review is from 2021. The same person didn't review both games, I hope you know. So... obviously their opinions aren't going to be the same, and this is something like, obviously the reviewers do very you know, obviously reviewers, stuff like IGN, they do stuff that don't make a whole lot of sense. But one thing you have to understand even is when, like, is sort of the reviewing process, like, I believe, like, one person plays the game, another person writes the review, or I think, no, the person who plays the game writes the review. That would make sense. And then, but the person who writes, I know the person who writes the review is not the person who narrates it. And the person who narrates it probably isn't the one who edits it and publishes it and everything. So, so it's all over the place with reviews here. So that's why this is sort of different. They do say a few things that don't, you know, add up to what they give the score. They do say a few things, you know, they say something about competition and, like they say something about being competitive in the game, and they hold that against the game. The game's, I mean, yeah, if you play with multiple people, talking about 3D World, you play it with multiple people, there's obviously like a first place, second place, whatever, but it's not like a competitive game, so I don't know why you're looking at it like that. But it's just, I'm telling you, it's two different people who did these reviews. That's why the scores are different. So, MaloLi, anything you have to say about this?
Yeah, it's, I don't know, like, it seems a little weird, but, like, you can't just take things for surface level sometimes. You gotta do a little, you know, extra research and look into things. Yeah. And, yeah, this seems like weird on the surface, but I think if you look into it, it kind of makes sense. Although, I will say that I agree with the first review more than the second. The game definitely deserves some kind of a 9. Maybe they were also considering the fact that I don't know how they do this, but maybe they were considering the fact that the game's $60 now instead of, you know, however.
Well, it's 60, but there's also Bowser's Fury now, so like that. It warrants $60. I feel. Went in depth in my review if you want to watch it, but yeah. So I think that's that on that. Yeah, I like saying the word that. I usually do this when I have a guest on here. Anything you've been playing, MaloLi?
You know, I've been playing some Super Smash Bros. You know, I've been training a lot.
Yeah.
Getting into stuff. I've been fighting. I've just been playing a lot of Smash Bros. I'm trying to get ready. You know, your boy's trying to get gains. I've also been playing some Warzone. You know, me and the boys, me, Jin Chops, MaloLi Jr.
How is that game? I mean, I've never played it, and I haven't really spoken to too many people who have. So, how is that game?
You know, I'm going to be honest. I don't know.
You said you've been playing it.
Yeah.
All right. And anything you've been watching lately?
I just finished reviewing all of the footage from last year's tournament, you know, to see what I need to do better, and I've also been watching a lot of WandaVision and...
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Mr. DPX.
Whoa, where are you at with the series right now?
I mean, I know Slash is a little bit behind me, but I finished the first season.
You mean, what's of the first season?
Yeah, you get me.
Yeah, it's... Like, to say, like, where... Like, you look at the first 2 episodes, to say where it is now, if you were to go back when those first 2 episodes drop and tell me that the direction this series took, I would have slapped you. But, yeah, it's quite crazy. This was like a smaller topic I prepared, but I'm not quite sure how long we can really talk about this one. Like, it's just a cool little thing. But WandaVision right now is the #1 TV show in the world. So, and I think that's good. You know, definitely the weekly thing, like, the fact that it's coming out weekly, and also the MCU, that helps it out. And obviously also the direction it took, like, when, like, I don't usually do this with shows, and even WandaVision's not, like, I mean, it is definitely, like, crazy, but it's not, like, the best thing ever, but it's almost like I'm counting down the days till I see the next episode. Like, that's how, like, invested in the show I am, just because of what it's doing. So, real quick, what are your thoughts on WandaVision being the #1 show in the world right now?
You know, it's actually, I would say it's pretty awesome because it opens the door for more, you know, episode 1, episode 2 were kind of unconventional in a way. Like, it's not the typical show.
Yeah.
That's released normally. So it's good to see that people, like, I feel like more people will feel comfortable, like, that they can do stuff like that and still get, like, decent numbers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even though the viewing probably happened, well, later in the series, but it's still, like, I think it's really cool that, this happened. You know, it's an unusual style of a show, and I think it's giving, more, I guess, confidence to people who want to do more unique things, you know?
Yeah, definitely.